Hello, I'm Herb Bunk, and I'm in Green Bay, Wisconsin at Lambeau Field, home of the world champion Green Bay Packers. Large numbers confuse most of us, and it's no harder to write a billion or a trillion than it is to write a million. But that similarity trips us up when it comes time to imagine how those numbers translate to the real world, where additional zeros make a big difference. To visualize these large numbers, think of them in terms of seconds. 1 million seconds is about 11.5 days. 1 billion seconds is approximately 32 years, and 1 trillion seconds is almost 32,000 years. So I have a good idea what I'll be doing 1 million seconds from now in less than 2 weeks. No idea what I'll be doing 1 billion seconds from now when I'm 111 years old. And an excellent idea of what I'll be doing 1 trillion seconds from now in the year 34,011. In terms of money, you're probably aware that the United States government plans to spend more than $3.8 trillion to pay the country's bills during 2011. That means that they are spending $1 million every 8 seconds, $1 billion every 2 hours and 20 minutes, and $1 trillion every 96 days. People have been fascinated with gold for 7,000 years by valuing it, using it decoratively for jewelry, and using it as a form of currency. When I was born, the price of gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. You could not purchase or own gold bullion, and the United States was on the gold standard, where the value of each dollar had a fixed value relative to the gold that this country held in reserve. On the day that this video was made, an ounce of gold was worth $1,700. Gold bullion is a commodity that can be purchased relatively easily, and each dollar that the United States has in circulation is backed only by the promises of our government. At the current price of gold, this 20-pound bar of fine quality gold is worth $544,000. If you owned 2 of these bars, you would be a millionaire and on the president's list of people who don't pay enough taxes. A 20-pound bar would pay all of the bills to run our country for 5 seconds. 100 of these gold bars, which weigh 2,000 pounds, will slightly overload the springs of my pickup truck, but will fit nicely into the box of the truck. This load of gold is worth $54,400,000 and would pay all of the bills to run our country for less than 8 minutes. This is $1 billion worth of gold. The pile consists of 1,838 20-pound bars and weighs more than 36,000 pounds. This pile of gold could finance Obama's re-election campaign between now and November of 2012, or it could pay all of the bills to run our country for 2 hours and 20 minutes. This semi-truck, which can haul a load of 46,000 pounds, can haul this pile of gold and an additional $250 million worth of gold in a single load. Recently, Congress has been fighting over allocating an additional $3.65 billion to FEMA for disaster relief following Hurricane Irene. The Republicans have agreed to allocate the money on the condition that it would be offset by reducing spending in some other area by an equal amount. The Democrats have said that they are unable to find any area of government in which spending could be cut by that amount of money. The proposed cuts to offset the money for FEMA are less than 1/100% of the country's $3.8 trillion in spending for 2011. The median income for families in the United States this year is $46,000. If your family earned that amount and you had to cut your spending by the same proportion that the Republicans want to cut the FEMA offset, you would have to reduce your spending for the entire year by less than $44. I'm standing on a pile of gold worth $1 trillion. This pile of gold is made up of more than 1,800,000 20-pound gold bars, and it weighs more than 18,000 tons. And it required 799 semi-truckloads to haul it all into Lambeau Field. It would pay all of the bills to run our country for less than 100 days. $1 trillion in $100 bills occupies a lot more space than $1 trillion in gold. In my video about money, you saw that $1 trillion in paper money covered this field from 5-yard line to 5-yard line for the full width of the field to a depth of 10 feet, and it would fit inside this box that I projected onto the football field. A lot of people, including conservative talk show host Rush Limbaugh, Olympic champion Mark Spitz, and convicted felon G. Gordon Liddy, are trying to convince you that gold is a good investment because, 1, it's a form of insurance against uncertainty and inflation, 2, it's a scarce commodity, and 3, it's valuable and that value keeps increasing. In reality, gold may not be a good investment for you because 1, there is no realistic way to assign a value to gold. 2, as an asset, it just sits there doing nothing. It provides no income, no dividends, and no earnings. And 3, it costs money to store it securely. It's interesting to note that $1 trillion in gold is almost 1/4 of all of the gold ever mined. All of the gold ever mined in human history would weigh approximately 76,000 tons and be worth slightly more than $4 trillion and would just fit inside this box that I projected onto the football field. Given all of the gold ever mined, our government could pay all of the bills for the country for about 1 year. If you are thinking of investing in gold, remember that gold provides no income. Gold is a store of value that many people feel is safe beyond reproach, but gold is not cash in the bank or even money in the mattress. Gold has no intrinsic value. It is worth only what people are willing to pay for it. And lately, people have been only too willing to pay. The price of gold is going up because people are buying it, and people are buying it because the price of gold is going up. Thank you.